Good morning, boys and girls. Today we are going to talk about motorcycle helmets, and today we are going to talk about 5 myths that are associated with motorcycle helmets, which the brands and shops and retailers take advantage of, and you get a helmet which you're not supposed to get. Motorcycle helmets are the only product across the industry which, apart from the motorcycle itself, has the most number of eyeballs, has the most number of interest, and has the most number of money invested by the brands. The first myth that we're going to talk about is the construction material. We all know that uh, sometimes most of us assume that motorcycle helmet cost will relate to the motorcycle helmet protection, but that's not the case. For example, carbon helmets are supposedly the most premium helmets and hence supposedly are to be the safest. Well, that's not the case. Uh, Brands like Arai and Shoei, with their top of the line motorcycle helmets, have never made a carbon helmet. They have made a carbon fiber glass, a poly composite helmet, but never a carbon helmet. And they are the safest motorcycle helmets in the world. Now, similarly, carbon alone is not good. It's brittle, it's weak, it's not impact prone. On the other hand, composites and fiberglass composites are better helmets. Hence, always value the construction of the helmet in terms of the protection it provides. The second myth that we're going to break today is about the inner liners. Now, this is sometimes it becomes very funny, because every brand that I have seen, every single brand, irrespective of kind of helmet, irrespective of brand, whatever, everyone promotes the liners, the inner liners, basis how soft they are, how comfortable they are, how sweating, sweat wicking, and blah blah blah, all these big jargons they are. They undermine and they don't tell you about the most important job of an inner liner is to decentralize the impact and how it will affect your head. Now, there are different technologies that have gone into right now into helmets. For example, for FIM helmets, there is MIPS, there is EPS. These are all technologies. For example, MIPS deals with the rotational forces that play a role when you crash. EPS has been the oldest liners, and these technologies help you save your head. Now, obviously, these are not the only reason why you would not get any concussion or there would be any injury when you crash. But then there is this standardization of how these have been tested and why they have been put in and why the helmet is so expensive. Is because they would give you a standardization of what will happen when you crash in a certain way. This myth is about motorcycle helmet cost is equivalent to motorcycle helmet quality. Now, this one is something that brands use the most because they think the more premium, the special editions, and everything blah 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 that they come up with special prints and replicas and blah 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 that they come up with, is something that will dictate the amount of money that they can get out of you. For example, I have a Pista GPR and I have a KYT KX1. Now, this today would cost you somewhere around 1.5 lakhs, and this one costs you close to 60,000. Now, if you ask me, and I've been using both of them for the past 1 year now, if you ask me if Pista GPR is 3 times better than KYT, hell no, not a chance. No, it's not. In fact, there are a lot of things that KYT does better than Pista GPR because it's a newer helmet, it's a newer technology. Pista GPR has not changed in like generations. And if you talk about an Aero, is this better than an LS2 helmet, which is close to 40,000 rupees? If an Arai or a Shoei, which is almost a lakh rupees of helmet, is better than the Aero, no, you can go to the reviews and especially Champion helmet reviews, and you would understand, no, it's not better. So the bottom line being, the cost does not determine if the helmet is so much so better than the other helmet, or if it's 1.5 lakh rupees. All right, and myth number 4 coming up is about ventilation. Now, I've heard a lot of people just taking the word of the brand. Well, it has got a very nice ventilation. It has got a chin ventilation. It has got a head ventilation. It has got a 360 ventilation. No, you have to understand how ventilation works. There is an input which comes from the front because that's where the air hits you, and then there should be a radiation out of the helmet. Now, this radiation out takes away all the heat from your head that has been created as a result of speed, as a result of friction, as a result of temperature, as a result of sunlight. There has to be in and there has to be out. Ideally, because this is India that we're living in, and there is a lot more heat than other places in the world, and we also have to have a balaclava inside, and a lot is dependent on how it works, is something that you should go and test yourself out. And finally, let's talk about something that I really, over the years, have understood that plays a very, very important role for me at least, and it should play a role for you as well. And that's the visor. Now, there are two things that are associated with visors that I wanted to clarify. Number one is you have to have an anti-fog mechanism in the helmet. It has to be there. There is no ifs and buts. The only reason that you need an anti-fog is whenever you're breathing, your helmet visor should be closed, but it should not fog up. Number two, the size and POV. Or in other terms, should I call it FOV, field of view. POV is point of view, FOV is field of view. The FOV of the helmet plays the most important role. Now, this is a KYT KX1. The only reason, or should I say one of the most important reasons why I bought this helmet is because of the field of view. This has a 210 degree of field of view, which is massive. And whenever you're riding this, whenever you're riding wearing this, you feel like there's nothing in front of you. There's no liner. There's no nothing breaking your vision. Nothing. Nothing else coming under your vision whenever you're riding this. It has a great field of view and it feels so bright. It feels like you are you're riding without a helmet. And the third most important part about the visor is the material of the visor. Now, we take it very lightly. Brands throw these terms very lightly, saying that, okay, anti-breakage, anti-scratch. But trust me, these are very important. Because in India, and especially and around the world also, people have a habit of extending the usage. Even if it's scratched, it's okay, I can still see. Even if it has hit rocks, it's okay, I can still see. No, the visor is not supposed to do that. The visor is supposed to be good until it is perfect. It's the vision that we're talking about, and you're riding fast and you have to take fast decisions. Your reflexes are basis this. So, boys and girls, thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe. I need you to subscribe so that I can make videos like this. Like the video, share it with your friends, and please, please, please have a very safe ride. See you next time.